Halloween Miramax TV series will be a creative reset. So already we can go ahead and say that they're probably going to try to reboot the franchise starting with the first movie again, right? Like what they did with the Halloween 2018 movie. They kind of retconned everything else, and 2018 was a direct sequel to the first movie. I'm assuming that's what they're going to be doing. For the franchise, here is the latest. Before I really start diving into this, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that the first thing you're probably wondering is, am I excited for this? In a sense, yeah. I mean, I'm a big Halloween fan. Of course I'm going to be excited for another Halloween property, but I'm not big on the TV stuff. I know there's a lot of people out there who can binge episode after episode after episode. I haven't even watched all of Chucky yet. I made it to episode 2 and I just didn't want to continue it. I'm a movie guy. Series are just not my forte. They're just not for me, so I'm already kind of bummed out to even hear that it's just a TV show. We had learned this past October that Miramax landed the rights to the Halloween franchise, joining forces with Malik Akkad's International Films to bring Michael Myers to the small screen. Miramax will be developing and co-producing the Halloween saga's first ever TV series, and Miramax head Mark Helwig. What can we expect from the Halloween TV series, you ask? For starters, don't expect any kind of contribution or storyline from David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy, so again, we're already restarting the franchise again. For fuck's sakes, how many times are we gonna do this? I can understand there's a lot of people probably excited for this, but how many times are we going to just completely make different timelines for this franchise? It was already bad enough people were already confused the first time around when 2018 came out. Everybody was still like, well, isn't that his sister? No. Laurie Strode had nothing to do with being a sister anymore. It was a completely different story. And a lot of people actually had to, kind of catch on that, oh, this is a direct sequel to the first film. Gotcha. So everything else that happened after that in the original franchise never happened. So you have to choose your own timeline. And here we go again, now a different timeline. And it's like, good God, can we just make a gosh dang sequel to, one of these other films? Fan films are doing a better job. I'm just tired of seeing this. I really am. Look, Halloween Ends did not end in the way I wanted it to end, but it was a trilogy no matter what. It was a decent little trilogy in my personal opinion. It ended it in an okay way. It wasn't how I would have ideally ended, the Halloween franchise, but it was okay for what it was. It was piss poor what they did with Michael Myers, but take that away for a second. Let's get back into this. The foundation of its original film, the John Carpenter movie, so again, yeah, they're going to be making a direct sequel to that. The characters of that film, and perhaps a group of characters that we really focused on much in the recent film versions, or even in a number of them. So we're probably going to get more of Tommy Doyle and stuff like that too. I'm getting drained at this point. Now we're going to have a different, Tommy Doyle, and it's creative reset completely and going back to the original film, as opposed to spinning out of many of the more recent film adaptations, which I honestly would have been more okay with that than doing another, let's just go back to the original film, the original roots, because the original film is the best film in the franchise, by far, my personal opinion. So of course they're going to go back to that movie. Helwig also notes, we're on a fast track. It's a big priority for us. We've had lots of exciting conversations in recent months with a number of really talented people, and I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing very soon. We're hoping to lock down the creative team very soon. As a reminder, Miramax co-owns the Halloween film rights alongside Trancast. In other words, this new universe from Miramax and Trancast could potentially span film and television. That's so confusing, and not everybody has a TV or television to watch it. 2022's Halloween Ends was the 13th installment into the Halloween franchise, which date has never made its way onto the small screen. This one will be a big time first. I'm not really sure what to think about this. To be honest with you, it's just draining. It wasn't even that long ago when we just had Halloween Ends. It was not that long ago. It was literally a couple years ago. And now a TV series completely just retconning everything else. And they already said it had nothing to do with the David Gordon Green franchise, so I'm assuming it doesn't lead into the David Gordon Green stuff. Which that could have been interesting if they wanted to do that. Maybe this takes place, between Halloween 2018 and the original Halloween, but it has nothing apparently to do with the David Gordon Green movies. What can we expect from the Halloween TV series, you ask? For starters, don't expect any kind of continuation to the storyline from David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy. I guess that could mean that it could be involved with it somehow, but it's not a continuation of that trilogy. Which I guess that could be a decent thing, but then again, it just feels like they're just going to be completely retconning everything again anyways, and they're just going to be doing their own thing. Are you guys looking forward to this new Miramax TV series for the Halloween franchise? Are you not looking forward to it? I'm curious to hear you guys' opinions down below for me. Give it at least 10 years before we start going and doing something else. I love Halloween, but that last trilogy, I'm not going to lie, really kind of made me look at it and say, yeah, we need a break. If this ever comes back to like the film, the big screen and everything, is how they put it, the big screen. I think we should like switch directors out, kind of like what they do with Star Wars, because sometimes the creative mindset behind it can be overwhelmed, and they might overthink things and start doing things that might not be the best of ideas. And I think we just need to give people breaks and bring in new creative minds to give us better sequels. For the most part, the Halloween franchise, each movie is very unique and different in its own right. I understand this is a TV series; it's not the same as movies, but there are a lot of people who are going to be going into this probably confused as all hell, because again, it wasn't that long ago when we just apparently ended the franchise. So of course Halloween was going to come back at some point, but only 2 years. All right, anyways guys, let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you in the next one.